let me ask your opinion of Kang, because apparently Kang is going to be the next big baddie. He's going to be the next Thanos, which is interesting because how does that relate to the Fantastic Four? What is the direction? Is that for phase 5 and not phase 6? What's your thought on Kang as the next big baddie?
It's going to be interesting, and I'll say that much, because, and I know this is going to sound weird, I know within the space of the comic books, Kang is a huge big bad, and he's always been. But, and forgive me, the actor that they have playing Kang, he doesn't give me that big bad vibe.
He doesn't.
I'm worried about the character's overall portrayal. He doesn't work for me. Something is not quite, it's not in there. He's not giving me that Jack Nicholson, or even for that matter, Josh Brolin. Josh Brolin is doing Thanos, and then you find out and he nailed it. You know, Nicholson nailed the Joker. You know, he's not giving me that feel.
It's amazing. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And personally, even though they're relating to Kang in so many ways and making him the next big bad, how much you want to bet that even with Kang, they're going to tie everything back to Doom and say that Doom was even pulling Kang strings?
Interesting.
Because I believe that's the way they're going to go.
I listen. It's amazing how in sync we are. It's amazing because you literally pulled the words right out of my mouth. I couldn't agree with you more. First of all, in the comic books, Kang is a very powerful guy. He's never been. There was one storyline where it was a major storyline where Kang was involved, but he's never been that big. He doesn't have the gravitas of a Galactus or Doctor Doom or even a Nihilus. You know, he doesn't have that gravitas.
Right.
Having said that, he is a powerful guy, and you could do something with him. He's a character that you could do something with. The actor that portrayed Kang in the Loki series, I hate to say it, but he did a horrible job. Now, I'm not blaming him as an actor, because in any performance that you see, the director has to take at least 60% ownership, because the director's job is to say, give me what I want, you know, one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
But that portrayal of Kang was horrible to me. You're right. It didn't invoke anything that was fearful, fearsome. Interestingly enough, I don't know if you've seen this, but Kevin Feige in his interviews about Kang and talking about the fact that Kang is going to be the next big baddie, he kept saying over and over again, the interesting thing about Kang, and he named the actor, and I forget his name, and he says that, oh, the actor is going to bring it. He's going to do a fantastic job. It's almost as if thou dost protest too much, as if he was saying, okay, I realized that was a weak performance, but trust me, this guy's a great actor. And he kept saying there are different versions of Kang. Mm-hmm. Over and over, he said, saying the thing about Kang is that there are different versions of Kang. Mm-hmm. I'm hoping and praying what that means is that the Kang we saw in Loki is going to be wiped away and done away with and be reimagined. And he's going to have his full-on costume. He's going to have a completely different attitude and a completely different delivery, because that delivery in Loki was not acceptable. It was weak. It was stage acting. Mm-hmm. on the big screen, which is two different types of acting. It didn't work. I don't know. I think the guy must be a stage actor, because it read stage actor to me the whole way.
On that score, I sincerely hope you're right. Because again, I'm not going to blame him, but he didn't do anything in the Loki appearances, and I'm afraid, since he's the same person that they're using, that his appearances for the Kang material may not work.
If they do the same Kang, it's not going to work. If they do the same Kang, I'm hoping that Kevin Feige saying there's different Kangs, it means that they're going to take that actor, they're going to say, okay, remember what you did before, forget about it, we need to do something else. And it's going to depend on the director. Again, the director is going to be able to, and I got to believe that that guy is a good enough actor to deliver what he's asked. I'm just going to believe that. I'm just going to believe that. But that delivery, that Kang to me was it ruined the whole Loki thing for me. It was that bad. It was that bad.
It allow me to say this, and then we can press on. In a weird way, and within the memory of who he was to Hollywood, you almost need a Sidney Poitier to be who Kang has always been portrayed.
Yeah.
You need someone with his presence.
Yeah. By the way, what a presence that Sidney Poitier had, man. Was he the actor with the greatest presence? I mean, that's arguably the case, man. That guy was something else. But I'm sure.
The only other person, and you're gonna laugh at me, the only other person, and part of me almost wishes that they dub the actor's voiceover that's doing Kang. Is again, like I said to you about the regalness and the commanding voice that they have to give Dr. Doom. The only other person, and I'm not talking about James Earl Jones, that I can hear that voice coming out of as an actor with notoriety is Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman's another great actor.
I could hear Kang giving a command or doing something, and the person that's speaking sounds like Morgan Freeman. And the reason why I initially said Sidney Poitier is because Kang to me does not have the Darth Vader, Dr. Doom kind of thing. He sits there and it's like, you've done this to me, now it's my time. And he's more direct.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's why I said Sidney Poitier, because I can see it and hear Sidney's voice in my head for the character.
I agree with that 1,000%. Yeah, Kang is not Dr. Doom. He's not Darth Vader. He's not that type of character. He's a completely different character. Having said that, he's not the silly character that was portrayed in the Loki series. He's not that little jokey guy. That was horrible. What's his name? Esposito, the guy. I like him as an actor. He has a sort of a cool, threatening demeanor. The guy who played in a lot of things, but Breaking Bad, who was
are you talking about Giancarlo Esposito?
Yes. I think he could do a good role.
Yeah. Now, have you heard? We keep hanging on here. Have you heard that Giancarlo is being considered for Professor Xavier in a reworked version of the X-Men?
I did